177, and today I'm going to be reacting to Godzilla 2021 versus Godzilla 2019. Who's really the stronger? This was made by Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'll be sure to mention him in the video. Let's get into this.
Ever since Godzilla vs. Kong came out, a lot of people have had the question on whether Godzilla was stronger in King of the Monsters or during GVK. I'll be going over both sides of the argument and discussing which one is more likely to be true. So in corner number one, we have, you know him,
they're both the same.
you hate him, the god of destruction himself. Drum roll please. G21. Now to go over his side of things, there are two statements that may imply he is more powerful than Godzilla 2019. It is stated by the concept artist of Mechagodzilla that in his opinion, Godzilla is super strong in GVK, stronger than Ghidorah. Now, it's contentious whether Godzilla was stronger during King of the Monsters already, which would, kind of make that statement a bit weird to use, but you could possibly imply that it means that Godzilla got stronger for GVK. And we also know that he believes Godzilla is slightly stronger than Mechagodzilla at full strength. Okay. Now for the only other statement, it is said in a GVK pamphlet that Godzilla is tougher and or more powerful than he was before. That seems pretty concrete.
Yeah, he keeps going sleeper and going even stronger.
No direct statement from Legendary themselves. Other arguments would essentially boil down to visuals only, like Godzilla running fast, Godzilla crawling on all fours.
Oh my god, what a shot!
He spams his atomic breath a lot more, which some have tried to say means he is stronger, even though that's not really true. Now, for the rightful king, the apex predator, and nature's most fearsome guardian, Godzilla 2019 is stated in the novel specifically to be more powerful outright. It is said he got a half rest between the films, which would mean that he is only half restored at most. We then know that by the time he fights Mechagodzilla, at least according to the art book, he's at half his GVK strength, which would mean he's only at a quarter of his real power. There is also a statement straight up from author Greg Keyes, who wrote both Godzilla King of the Monsters novel and Godzilla vs. Kong's novel, that Godzilla was at full power in 2019, and then in GVK he woke up almost at full power. In the film, we're never explicitly told anything of the sort. Now we need to get into Godzilla Dominion. So in Godzilla Dominion, Godzilla is in an extremely waking state. He states this multiple times. He is tired, he's hungry, he's weakened, etc. In this weakened state, he fights the creature Amhuluk. And we know the people who designed and created Amhuluk, that Amhuluk would give Kong a very tough fight. Kong is stronger than Amhuluk, but Amhuluk could stab Kong and take hits. This very weakened Godzilla throws Amhuluk once, and Amhuluk knows better than to continue fighting. He submits immediately. And it's stated that from Godzilla's perspective, he was merely slapping them around like children. We then see that an ancient Kong, who should be probably somewhat comparable to our current Kong, is killed by the creature Tiamat.
Tiamat, yeah.
Granted, it is stated that the Kong had aged when Tiamat killed him, but it's also stated that Godzilla was fighting for his life, though it would be different if he was at full power. Against Kong, we know that at first he was toying with him, but during Hong Kong he had to get serious, at least at the end. And at the end of the fight, he used his bloodthirsty rage to kill Kong, essentially.
Yeah.
Despite Godzilla toying with Kong earlier, he was still drained of a lot of his strength against Mechagodzilla, to the point that both the novel and the director commentary point out that had Godzilla not fought Kong, he would be doing a lot better, if not just win the fight. So GVK Godzilla probably isn't all that far above Dominion Godzilla, who's starving compared to 2019 Godzilla. So, with all that being said, I am firmly of the belief
I'm gonna
that
say
even in his base,
G19.
that Godzilla 2019 is far stronger than Godzilla 2021, Mechagodzilla, and Kong combined.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.
That was really fun. Yeah, I was gonna say G19. Woo! Yeah, that was fun. Okay. Now we go to the next video. Why Ghidorah vs Mechagodzilla isn't close. By, of course, the same person. Let's get into this.
Ghidorah vs Mechagodzilla. Two of Godzilla's classic arch rivals came to the monsterverse and stole the show. Which of these two would actually win in a fight to the death? First, we have to talk about
Ghidorah.
their feats. While
and Mecha
Mechagodzilla
as
has
well.
less impressive visual and calculable feats, he does scale to a version of Godzilla, and so does Ghidorah. But what matters here is which version is stronger. As I
Yeah, but I
covered in a
think
previous video,
Mega G
Godzilla was
2021 is
stronger
like
during the events of
a
King of the
little
Monsters
bit bigger
than he was during Godzilla
than
vs.
just regular
Kong.
Godzilla.
Even so, we know that Godzilla in GVK is stronger than Mechagodzilla at his best. But after facing Kong and expending a lot of energy over multiple hours to days of shooting the atomic breath, Mechagodzilla, in a completely one-sided slam, completely bullies Godzilla in a pretty hilarious fashion, actually. Something to note, though, is while Mechagodzilla tossed Godzilla around fairly easily, he wasn't actually able to inflict a lot of lasting damage. The most he really does to him, at least in film canon, is give him a black eye after overpowering him with his proton scream. None of Mechagodzilla's spikes, claws, or physical punches really do much damage. And this is even noted with it being stated that Mechagodzilla has no way to kill Godzilla externally, so even his drill tail shouldn't really be able to do much. And that to kill him, he must try to use the proton scream down his throat, which is dubious if it would even succeed.
I think Mechagodzilla comes close. I think maybe if he had blown that red beam down his throat, Muto style, that would have done him up, but potentially. Who knows? We don't know what Godzilla's inside is made of. I mean, it might be so strong, so who knows?
However, he boasts great speed that can completely blitz around Godzilla and slam him into the floor. Multiple weapons such as missiles, claws, blades, saws, his drill tail, the proton scream, sharp saws for his teeth, a supercomputer brain that seems to know quite a bit of human martial arts, and many more unseen things. Now for his opponent, King Ghidorah.
One of my favorite characters.
It is also dubious whether or not King Ghidorah is the stronger, or if Godzilla is the stronger, or if they're simply relative. Because of such, we'll use statements for both sides. It's mentioned in the King of the Monsters art book when Ghidorah does his pose in Antarctica is because he's stronger than Godzilla is. Which is why he doesn't do it later in the Boston battle where Godzilla is the one with the upper hand.
Yeah.
When both wrestle, Godzilla is actually being pushed back. Both of them are able to cause pain to each other and withstand their attacks, so they are at least fairly relative. Ghidorah's gravity beams are able to burn through Godzilla's hide, leaving deep scars in his flesh and burn marks. We have a statement from Mechagodzilla's designer that the proton scream is on par with a gravity beam, and Ghidorah boasts 3 gravity beams. However, he says that if they were to beam clash, a huge explosion would nearly take out both of them.
Yeah, but
This
there's
doesn't
more
really
to
make a
go with
lot of
Mecha
sense, though,
because
considering
he's
Mechagodzilla's a
robotic.
glass cannon,
Well, sorry,
100%.
robotic.
We know that the atomic breath can completely destroy Mechagodzilla with
Yeah,
enough
like that.
exposure, even when severely weakened, as shown by Kong's base axe bouncing off, compared to the charge axe cleaving through like butter.
Excuse me.
Whereas we know Ghidorah can tank the atomic breath. Sometimes it can burn him, but he gets blasted by powered-up Godzilla in Boston, sent flying back.
I'd definitely say King Ghidorah is much
Exposure is
stronger
rather fine.
than Mecha.
We know Ghidorah scales above Muto Prime, who in turn scales above Mechagodzilla and Kong. Speaking of Kong, well, people won't like this. Kong scales to Mechagodzilla, at least enough. He's able to catch punches from him,
Yeah.
from him.
I do remember that in
knock him around with
GBK.
even the base
He was
axe.
able to catch some
And it's
punches
mentioned in
from
the art
Mecha.
book that Kong's brute strength can overpower the mech. This is despite the fact we know that a serious Godzilla can eat Kong's punches and decimate him in under a minute, whereas a serious Godzilla,
And that was the same hand that the Kong. Sorry,
takes multiple
Godzilla
hours
broke.
to take on and overwhelm King Ghidorah. And even Godzilla 2019, in his base full power, is overwhelmed by Ghidorah. And fun fact, if you actually look closely, you can see that Ghidorah's triple gravity beam actually goes right through Godzilla's atomic breath, striking him in the chest, leaving a massive burn and sending him flying. Similar to, and in fact even better, than the feat performed by Mechagodzilla in GVK to a stronger Godzilla. As for durability, minus death rolls underwater that can tear off heads, we know that he can withstand numerous bites, claw marks, charges, and even blasts from a Godzilla, and can anything eat his attacks enough to actually overpower him. If that's not enough, Ghidorah boasts insane regeneration abilities.
Yeah, he did regenerate
a neck and
that
a skull
hand
in roughly 30 seconds. Based on that, it seems pretty clear that King Ghidorah wins this matchup. If you disagree, comment your thoughts down below. If you do
I don't
agree,
really
share
have
this,
any problem
like
with
this,
that. I do believe
comment
Ghidorah
as
will
well,
win. Can
and post it on social media. Let's get the word out there. Thank you, and see you all next time.
It's time to show the world what you can do.
Oh, we're gonna get a little fight scene. I'm also going for King Ghidorah. Mainly because I like King Ghidorah. Yeah, see? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. It's basically, game over. Game over. Oh, how did you do that? Okay, well, there goes Earth. So, yeah. So basically, yeah. King Ghidorah wins. So, yeah, but I'm just gonna do this video here, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.